You know, in a fatal
Right.
crash involving alleged illegal underage driving, can the parents be prosecuted under culpable homicide? How do they get away with it so easily? Why don't we see higher conviction rates when we're talking about this? So many civic apathy stories. You've been with us on News9 over the last, fortnight alone.
You're absolutely right. And the short answer to that is because money trumps everything else. The investigating agency's pen bends to the might of whosoever has money in these cases. And you see that subsequently as well. The punishment that you're given is to write an article, write an essay, and whatever it is. The law is very clear that where a juvenile, because the juvenile laws protect the juvenile, drives a vehicle, causes an accident, etc., etc., there is a presumption to punish the ward, the guardian, the father, etc. And now the only defense that the investigating agencies bring forth is that yes, but because the punishment is under 7 years, you cannot arrest the father. And that is absolutely incorrect. The Honorable Supreme Court only stated that in case the investigating agency is required to arrest a person where the offense is for 7 years or less of punishment, then you just have to take permission of a higher officer. And this is a case which is ripe for that punishment. This is a case where the father allows his minor, a juvenile son, to drive the car. And it is no defense to say, oh, I did not know the child took the keys.
Yeah.
Think of it in a case where a child takes a gun and shoots somebody. Can the father say, oh, I did not know the gun was in the drawer, he managed to take it?
Yep.
That's just humkam.
13 challans, Advocate Sankla. 13 challans,
You're
9 for
absolutely
overspeeding. Right. And God knows if many of those challans were for the father. I mean, the son learnt it from the father. You never know.
You never know. In fact, perhaps it was the son who was driving it. Importantly, what is here in this case and in that other case that we saw in the Porsche cases, that there is a systematic failure on the parts of the parents to take care, to teach their children. And in this particular case, there's also a systematic failure on the part of, unfortunately, the government machinery. I was told that the child who unfortunately suffered the accident was on the road for 2 hours before the ambulance came. That is the first systematic failure. The boy wasn't taken to the hospital by those very people is the second systematic failure. And I'm also being told that there was some kind of delay in the golden hour in treating that person is the third systematic failure. So these are also very important issues that are required to be looked into today.
Absolutely, absolutely, Advocate. Does the Juvenile Justice Act, coming back to the legal setup in front of us, does the Juvenile Justice Act sufficiently address cases of reckless driving by these minors? Does that happen?
No, unfortunately not. You see, the Juvenile Justice Act protects a minor unless and until there is a heinous act. And the threshold of heinous act is very, very high. So in this particular case, as you rightly stated, the father should and could have been punished rather than the investigating officer saying that, oh, he will be charge sheeted. That is just whitewashing the entire issue, because charge sheet is the culmination of investigation. That is not punishment. The punishment is if the father is arrested. The inquiry takes place where the gun is pointed towards the father for an act done by the son. And if you do that, then in subsequent cases or in previous cases as well, the father would be very careful about giving the key to his son to say, ja beta chala de kisi pe, main bacha dunga. And that is what is perhaps happening in this case as well.